Good morning. Welcome again to my channel. Now, today I want us to discuss about electrical tests, where electrical tests should be done and types of electrical tests that we usually do as electricians or as electrical engineers. Now, we shall start by asking ourselves what is electrical testing. Now, in simpler terms, I can say that electrical testing is the use of advanced tools. Yes, use of advanced tools and equipments to measure electrical particles. Now, since we cannot see electrical particles using our own naked eyes, we usually use electrical tools and equipments. For example, example of these tools and equipment maybe one we have this. This is a phase tester. Yes, most of the time we use it to check whether there is current in a circuit. This a phase tester. I think so. Any mtu yote mwenye anafanya stima lazima utapatana na yeye ako na phase tester. Now the other tool equipment that we usually use is a multimeter. This is a multimeter. Yes, the advantage of using why we usually use this multimeter, because a multimeter it measures a variety of electrical tests. Maybe you can measure resistance, you can measure voltage, you can measure current, continuity. You can measure with a multimeter. Now, where do we perform electrical tests? According to the BS 7176, the British standards, electrical tests should be done in engineers. Now, electrical test according to the BS 7176, electrical tests should be performed in a new installation, in a very new installation, like ndio mara ya kwanza hiyo installation imefanywa. Sasa hapo lazima kutafanywa test, it's lazima ifanywe hapo. Now, the other place that we perform electrical tests is that there is an extension. Yeah, when there is an addition done to an existing installation. Like, for example, I can give an example. Maybe kwako, in your own, let me use kitchen, because I think so kitchen ndio mara mingi. Sasa ukiwa kwa kitchen, maybe in your kitchen unaona I still need one extra socket maybe, because enye unaona enye iko hazitoshi, because maybe uko na microwave, uko na fridge, unaona all those things you need to unahitaji kuongezea another socket hapo hivyo. Hiyo kuongezea, hiyo ni addition imefanyiwa to an existing installation. Sasa hapo hivyo lazima kutafanyiwa electrical test. So wakati umeona kumefanyiwa hiyo kitu, be sure fundi wako lazima atafanya electrical test hapo. Haya, hiyo ingine ni continuously, like periodically in an existing installation. Sasa mostly in a company, like in industrial places hivi, or even in your domestic, like in home, lazima kukuwe kunafanyiwa periodical testing. Now, those are the three places that we call testing. Now, I want us to look the types of electrical tests that we usually do. We have 4 common electrical tests that we usually perform. 1 is the continuity test. 2 is the polarity test. 3 is the insulation resistance test. And 4 is the earth fault loop impedance test. And we have 4: continuity, polarity test, higher insulation resistance test, and the earth fault loop impedance test. Now, I won't go much into details on them, because most of them they need practical, and where mali niko saizi siwezi fanya hizo practical, but I'll explain what they are, sawa, or why we conduct them. Now, I'll start by polarity test. Why do we conduct polarity test? Now, we usually conduct polarity tests to ensure that the switches are connected to the live conductor only. because switches are not supposed to be connected with the neutral conductor or the earth conductor. Sasa huo tuna perform your electrical, I mean polarity test, ndio tuhakikishe that switch imeconnectiwa to with the live conductor alone. Haya, 2, continuity test. We usually conduct continuity test to check if there's an open circuit in the installation. Yes, tukifanya practical, nikifanya videos za practical, I think so you'll understand the other fault loop impedance test. We usually conduct this to test if there's any leakage of current in the other conductor. Yeah. Sasa hii other fault loop impedance, hii test huwa inafanywa wakati on the earth conductor. Sasa huwa inafanywa tu ndio kuconfirm there's no leakage of current on the earth conductor. Now we have insulation resistance test. This is conducted to test the strength of the insulation of the cable. You know, most of the cables lazima zinakuanga insulated. It is a must zikuwe insulated. Sasa hii insulation resistance test we usually conduct to check on the strength of the insulation of the cable. Yeah, that's all for today. Now, follow and like and be goje the next videos. Now the next videos will be much on practical on how we conduct the polarity test, continuity, loop impedance test, and the insulation resistance test. Nita post hizo videos. Yeah, be waiting for them. Thank you.